Section 1. The Legend of the Giant Snake. People tell stories about giant snakes in the Amazon. They say these snakes are longer than buses and can swallow a person whole in an instant. These tales are exciting, but are they true? I have spent years in the Amazon rainforest, the home of the anaconda. I have heard the whispers and seen the fear in people's eyes. The jungle is a place of mystery, and the anaconda is one of its greatest legends. We often imagine a monster lurking just beneath the water's surface, a creature from a nightmare ready to strike. This image sells movies and books, but it hides the real animal. So, what happens when you spend 10 minutes actually watching a real anaconda in its world? What do you learn when you push past the scary stories? The truth is often more amazing than the myth. The anaconda is a powerful and incredible creature, but not in the way the legends describe. It is not a monster hunting for humans. It is a shy, beautiful animal perfectly suited to its home. Section 2. The Amazon. A world built around water. The Amazon is the perfect home for a giant snake. The mighty river and its thousands of tributaries create a vast, wet landscape. For months each year, floods turn forest into a watery maze. The air is heavy with moisture. You can smell damp earth and the sweet scent of rotting leaves and the perfume of flowers as a chorus of insects and calling birds fills the canopy. Even the strange cries of monkeys ride the river air. Anacondas are water snakes. Eyes and nostrils on top let them watch and breathe while hidden. The water supports their heavy bodies, granting silent, fluid grace. In dark rivers and swamps, they are nearly invisible, masters of ambush. The Amazon teems with life and with food: fish, caimans, turtles, an ever-moving pantry, capybaras, deer, tapirs, peccaries. This abundance lets snakes grow truly large. A snake can only get as big as its food allows, and here, food is plentiful. The anaconda belongs to muddy rivers and quiet swamps, shaped by floods and richness. The jungle isn't a backdrop. It is the anaconda's essence. It is the spirit of the Amazon's waters, a silent, powerful force born from the river itself. The green anaconda is among the heaviest snakes on Earth. Stories speak of 50, even 100 feet, but the reality is still staggering. Large females can exceed 20 feet and weigh over 400 pounds, as long as a car, as heavy as 3 grown men. A solid tube of power with olive skin and bold black blotches, lighter belly, perfect patterns to vanish in dappled water and mud. Almost invisible, waiting. Anacondas are not venomous. No hollow fangs, just backward-pointing teeth to grip. They strike, seize, and wrap in an instant. Coils tighten each time the prey breathes out. On land, they are slow and clumsy, but in water, transformed. Silent, weightless grace. They spend most of life in or near water, hunting, traveling, resting. Snakes cannot chew, hinged jaws open wide to take prey whole. A big meal can take a long time to swallow and weeks to digest. They are solitary, meeting only to mate. Several males compete around one female, and she later gives birth to live young. Dozens of perfect miniatures. Section 4. A glimpse of the serpent. A true sighting. One afternoon, I guided my canoe through a narrow stream feeding a larger river. The water was dark, still, like black glass. The air was heavy, smelling of wet soil and decaying flowers. The jungle was alive with unseen buzzing and distant chatter. Sunlight struggled through the canopy, painting the surface with shifting shadows. I moved slowly, as quiet as possible. Suddenly, something made me stop paddling. On the muddy bank, half in and half out of the water, a shape didn't belong. It was thick. It was dark. It was massive. What I took for a log shifted. It was a huge anaconda, larger than any I'd seen up close. Basking in a sliver of sun, its coils lay loose and heavy. Its girth was thicker than my thigh, a solid mass of muscle. I let the canoe drift closer, heart pounding, not with fear, but with awe. Its olive skin and black spots glistened. The snake was magnificent. It seemed unaware or unconcerned. King of this place, confident, calm. I watched what felt like an eternity, perhaps only 10 minutes. I dared not take a picture. I didn't want to break the spell. Then it uncoiled and slipped into the black water, barely a ripple. One of the biggest myths says anacondas are relentless man-eaters. This is simply not true. Anacondas do not see humans as regular food. Attacks on humans are extremely rare and typically defensive, not predatory. Legends claim 50 to 100 feet, but verified giants are under 30, still enormous. On land, they are slow. In water, sleek and powerful. The chase on land trope is fantasy. No magic gaze, just camouflage, patience, and muscle. Respect the river. Be aware around water. Rivers, swamps, and lakes are anaconda territory. Avoid murky water, especially at dawn and dusk. Don't go alone. Make some noise. Watch your step. An anaconda can look like a log or lump of mud. In canoes, avoid dangling hands or feet. Attacks are unlikely, but minimize risk. If you see one, keep a respectful distance. Do not approach, touch, or provoke. Give space, and it will likely ignore you, or quietly move away. Educate yourself and others. Share facts, not myths. Learn from local wisdom and science. Facts: among the heaviest snakes, incredible girth and strength. Constriction, not venom, dispatches prey. Shy and elusive, more likely to slip away than confront. Females give birth to live young, dozens of tiny swimmers from day one. Myth gives us a monster. Fact reveals a perfectly adapted giant. The anaconda is not a beast to conquer, but a titan to protect.